right, the beginnings of installation taking place. Guess what? No templates. Ooh, bit of a tricky spot there. The bolt from the top of the van is sticking through this black plate. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. So, no template, yeah, like I said. Now I gotta do that side, which is gonna be more tricky because of the curve on the other side too. Let the fun continue. Well, working on the wall. I got this plastic up. Like I said, I didn't show that yet. I just left it loose up here because I intend to insulate that all that white part up there. So, but there's a couple tricky spots. For example, this battery box is it's tight. I mean, it fits, but man, it's barely. So, and there's wires in here that I had to be careful to go around. That's why this second piece I cut it a bit short so I could fit the wires in there. And I'm trying to measure it and cut the pieces so they fit as I go up. So for example, you can see I'm doing not too bad over here, and I gotta keep, like, the bottom is for example, this right here is 66.5 inches, and then this one is a quarter inch longer, and then I cut it at an angle. But the as you can see, it's changing, so I have to accommodate my measurements accordingly. Yep. Good times. All right. So I've done as much as the tongue and groove pine as I can. Can't go any higher. I'm gonna have to figure out how to finish this part now. I think I'm gonna build it outwards and then up, something like that. These corner parts are always the hardest because you just kind of have to make it up as you go. Well, at least I will, and other people might do it a different way. It's okay, it's not perfect. But I was gonna put molding here, some kind of finishing molding, but I might not even bother because it doesn't look too bad. So, yep. All right, I had to take this thing apart, take the batteries out and move this in order to reach behind here. However, I've noticed that I took a picture of this before I took it apart, just so I know make sure that I got everything back together the way it's supposed to be. And there seems to be a wire missing. There's 3 2s and there's 4 1s. So there's a black wire missing here, and it's not down there. I think I vaguely recall taking one out that I forgot why. Maybe it was a dream. You know how that happens sometimes, or you think maybe it's like kind of like a deja vu thing. Anyway, I'm gonna hit the light switch, and if I did this right, it should go back on. I keep bumping my head on stuff. Okay, here we go. Here's some YouTube drama for you. Everybody likes that, right? So dramatic. 3, 2, 1. Schwang. There you go. Back in business, baby. Alright, so I got it going here. I got these 3 pieces I just put up. And I put a little corner piece in there because there's actually this little, where did it go? I have no idea. It's an L bracket thing. Oh, here it is. And I was holding these two pieces at an angle. That one and that one. So I put that in there and I screwed some other screws going that way. Just give it a bit more rigidity. It's not going to matter because I'm actually going to put a, well, it might matter, but I did it just to be safe. But I'm going to put a little shelf here, maybe 10 inches deep, because I want to put my base on that shelf, but at the same time I don't want to cover it too much because I'm going to lose the light. So that's my idea. And so I'm putting these three here because I'm going to put this piece like this. I'm going to go all the way down. And again, this top part is going to be covered, so you're not going to see this. All the way down until it's like this. What I'm attempting to do tonight. So it'll be like across there. So we'll see how it turns out. I don't know how orthodox these methods are. I'm just kind of winging it. I'm no carpenter. Alright, I got these pieces on. You know, I was hoping I was going to be able to move into this van in the next 4 days, but I'm beginning to think that that's not going to happen. Because I'm going to finish this tonight, and then I still got this piece. And before I can fix this corner, I got to do this, which means I probably got to do all this top part too, and that corner. And then I gotta do the floor, which is a whole new animal unto itself. So I don't think I'm gonna, who knows, maybe I'll get it done by Tuesday. That's like today's, what day is it? Friday. 4 days. Yeah, I don't know. So just a little info about why I chose to use these. These are about 3.5 inches each piece. Is because if you see this piece, nice big piece, but there is definitely some dishing happening where it's concave. The middle, this part is lower than these two edges. And I was at Home Depot looking at a bunch of wood, and I noticed all the big pieces were like that. I think they need to be planed or something, but yeah, it's just not gonna, it's gonna work better with the small pieces. I don't think they're gonna warp as much. I hope this one doesn't warp. In fact, I'm probably gonna put some more screws in this whole deal just to try to mitigate that. Anyway, and I had to put these screws, I messed up this, I screwed up this top part, ha ha ha, right here, but probably won't see it once it's finished because there's going to be, as I said, a shelf thing up here. But I had to put these screws where they are because this one I'm trying to, that's what I originally had it there, but then there's actually the screw that little supporting board was right under it, so I had to move it. And then so the screws are placed according to the best spot to avoid other screws and get some bite into the wood. So this is how I did this underpiece. It's the same basic concept as this, except that I didn't pull the wood in, it just kind of rested on top there, and I thought, okay, let's go with that. Works. I'm gonna want to probably take these screws out, but I needed really long ones because this piece is being a real bugger. So I needed a lot of tension to keep it in tight. I might even put a molding piece here, but I don't know, maybe not. So, I don't know. Guess that's that for now. Take care. Have yourself a good night. See you in the next one.